I had quite a few drops. I'm glad I had good gear on today. I was trying the drop and catch and the throw and catch that Robert was teaching me over the weekend. And I'm also working on the offset double serpentine. And I don't have it quite into muscle memory yet. For those of you who say, I don't need the practice, the skills are perishable, but what the practice does is it lets you try things so many times that you can get it into muscle memory. And then when you need it, it's there. And if your confidence is just like a wee bit off, and so that tiny bit of hesitancy and the lack of confidence, that'll make you drop your bike. What I am trying to do is get better at dropping my bike so that I don't go splat on the pavement. If you don't do it regularly, you don't know what you're gonna do, and you don't know how you're gonna respond to something. You don't know what your bike is gonna do. The first time you do anything, it's gonna be, as Robert says, anything you do on your motorcycle with instincts is going to be the opposite of what you need to do on your motorcycle. So why do you practice? So that you have confidence and you can fear your motorcycle less, so you can try these things more. And when you try these things more, it builds your confidence and your skill set. And then you have options out on the road, and then your riding is so much more enjoyable and incredible if you practice these things regularly and you gather these skills up and you put them in your toolbox and you have them available to you all the time.
Man, it didn't work.
So we're at practice session 78 today. This is after the Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle practice session 121 and 122, I believe, on March 1st and 2nd at Space Coast Harley Davidson. Thank you. Shout out to them for hosting the Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle practice sessions. It was super fun. A lot going on because it's Daytona Bike Week. But where are we? We are back at it practicing. And we're going to bang this out today. Hopefully you're practicing. I know you're enjoying the riding in Daytona, but certainly we see a lot of people that could use this out there. So make sure you're practicing. Seat time does not equal practice time. Remember that. Robert always says that. It's not his opinion. Must be true then. I think it's true. Fear your motorcycle less so you can enjoy the experience of motorcycling more. Practice. That's what does it. Exercise 1, smooth starts, smooth stops.
Clutch work, clutch work, clutch work. See, even Lori's clutch is cable clutch, so it engages immediately. She still doesn't have it all the way to the handle. She's trying to make sure that it's not ever like fully out. Just inside the grab and then in the grab. That's the key, is the ability to manage that friction point. I shouldn't say the key, a key. Rich is pulling it. Rich is pulling it and a little bit early and coasting. Looks good. A little slower maybe, but looks good. Okay. Were we ever using this in Daytona?
Yeah. Exercise 2, slow ride, no rear brake.
She got a downhill, she's gonna easy launch, like real easy launch. It's hard to tell maybe the parking lot, but there is a little bit of a downhill here, so if we have a stronger launch, we just end up coasting halfway through it. So now it's just going too slow, let that thing out, going too fast, pull it in a little bit. Never rear brake and always the throttle at a nice solid strong RPM. It may seem remedial, I mean we do this every week, but it's really important that we make this into habit. We've just had Daytona Bike Week, and Rich was just telling us that he was there with his friends on a day that we weren't there, and also had a real need to operate the bike at slow speed on dirt through crowds, and it's this practice that really enabled him to do that. There.
Stop. Yeah.
Practice, practice, practice. Building habits.
Exercise 3, trust and believe. Make sure you're in first gear always. Cover the rear brake, throttle up, mind your friction.
What up? Good. Good. That look good? We want to wait till we hear the feel it falling. Want to wait till we feel falling. What up? Rich doesn't like to wait until the foot up. That's okay. It's all good. Rich 6. That was a good one. That was a good one. Exercise 3, first gear. Cover the rear brake, throttle up.
Foot up. Slow stop. Good. Exercise 4, left and right turns.
On the inside cone so I wouldn't hit it, but I went over the line.
They're in tighter.
Yep.
And then over the white line, start with a turn. To a stop.
So everything is still like exercise 1 and 2. We're just introducing some turn. A little bit of counter sitting. I really believe that's the key to this thing, is the counter sitting. People get inside the bike and it feels like it's going to drop.
Definitely. And then you counter sit too much.
I often
and then
do.
He says you have to do something in catch or a drop, a throw and something.
Well, there's a drop and catch and a throw and catch.
This one's going to be brakeless.
Brakeless.
I think I'll do one more brakeless.
The key to brakeless is a slow approach. Get over! Oh!
All right, another brakeless one.
Yeah, I definitely got another brakeless one.
Look first.
Same as me. You throw out the ballast, throw out the counterweight, still didn't work. Yeah, Ritz has got it.
Yeah, I think it's when I look. It throws my balance off.
There we go.
Because you can't stay too much in the friction. Now the right turns. Trunk is open, honey.
Thank you.
That's good.
I had to lean it in a little bit to make that. I still didn't make it.
I gotta do the inside cone again.
The key is just to go as far straight as you can.
Oh, where am I hitting it?
You're just the bar, just barely the saddlebag guard.
All right. Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, we didn't do stops on the left.
I did. Okay, inside cone again. See, I'm gonna clear that.
You got a narrow lane now, so maybe it's certainly tougher when the lane is that narrow to get. It's gonna have to be like a drop and catch.
I did it. Okay.
I guess that way is a throw and catch because you're throwing the bike over.
Now from over the white line, start with the handlebars turn. To a stop.
catch, but I'm not sure it worked.
I'm doing this one brakeless.
Got that dialed in. You got no problem brakeless.
One more brakeless. Exercise 5. Single serpentine. Start wide, stay wide. These are 12-foot cones. And nice forward.
Deep in one and couldn't bring it back.
I'll try brakeless.
Boy, for me, I really gotta get those handlebars turned quickly.
Woo!
I think I got one.
Nope. Oh, you made a touch there. That's brakeless.
Brakeless for me, so I'll take it.
That's good.
Good job. Good
Good job.
job.
We'll start the pictures on this side. U-turns. We're going to do right-hand U-turns first today. Thing is, it's funny because you change the spot and it looks different, you know? This
Absolutely.
looks like it looks tight here.
Which is a good reason to do it, right? So you don't get
Right. Until you go to do it and then it's not a problem.
What? The elbow is really close. Nope.
some more clutch on that.
Heavy on the brake. I'm getting it around, but I just got to get it started sooner. That look good.
There we go. The throw and catch is scarier for me.
Oh, it's scarier for everybody. Are you kidding me? You okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't turn it off. So I just fell.
She's working on the drop and catch, right? So it's just gonna.
Okay, thanks.
I didn't tell you this, Rich. I just thought of it. There was a guy on the first day when you were there Saturday. Ian, he was from Jersey. I'd met him up in Pooler. I'm like, hey, Ian, what kind of bike you ride again?
You should probably take this off, honey.
What kind of bike you ride again? And he said, Fat Boy. He said,
thanks.
You know, like they're longer and it's harder. You can't really do this kind of stuff with that bike. I'm like, all right. So knowing that you were having this is before any of it started. So
the guy that wasn't riding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was kind of walking around, but then he was like, you know, as you're doing it, I was standing next to him. I go, that's a Fat Boy, and he goes, yeah. I guess you really took away my excuses. You can do all of that.
I got to get better at the throw and catch.
That's why we're here. We're not practicing at the stuff you can do perfectly, right?
Right. It's letting the clutch out fast enough, I think, for me.
Yeah, the timing's got to be perfect. I thought Rich was gonna get it.
You got scared.
I thought Rich was gonna get it.
I kept my feet on the board.
I hope that camera picked that up because he's like, holy.
I kept my feet on the boards.
Like, here she comes.
I was like, oh, I gotta steer out of this one.
That was funny.
Hang on.
Here it comes. It's on its. Lori's doing the scooter again. Oh, that was good.
Oh, I got to get my thing to turn off. I was hitting the, there we go, the button, the kill switch. That was a better fall.
That was good. Yeah, it was good.
I was better at my feet.
Yep.
I think I still put it down, but after I was already down.
That looked good.
I
Tough
thought
part
I had
is,
it, but then I was on the hard parts or something.
Yep.
I felt like I had that one.
Rich is going to stay back now. Watch him.
All right.
That was a mild one.
That's not really a throw. See, I know I can do the turn without leaning. That's why. but I want to lean it over.
If it starts to go over, like I'm pushing it over on purpose, but as soon as I feel that thing, I got to give it gas. Like it's this reaction, you know? That looks good.
Okay, I think I got it now. Are we doing the other side?
I imagine, yeah.
Okay. Big cone if you want.
Oh, all right.
Okay, brakeless. This one's downhill. Head knives, Lori.
How you just gotta, you know, when you're not warmed up, you gotta kind of build the habit of getting used to such a movement. Like at least it is for me. Like, and once you get going, watch me drop it now or do something stupid. But once you get going, it feels more natural, so you can really do a good one.
Right. Okay, one more brakeless.
All right, I'm gonna try brakeless, but I'm gonna try the. Get into the safe zone here.
It's a little tricky because it's downhill.
Okay. It's a different feeling to do it without the brake. I've become so used to it.
Looking down.
That right there is where that rear brake slows you down enough to make that turn.
Yeah, you gotta kind of use the friction.
You gotta trust to turn it. I mean, that was about a 16-foot U-turn.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to do it tight. I'm trying to do the drop.
Better. If everyone gets a little better, then that's all right.
Drop at a time.
Yep.
I think the more you get comfortable with a little drop.
Yeah. Yep. I panicked. I panicked. My whoopee, the rear brake, it wasn't there to help me. I gotta get the no brake carries me forward, so I gotta get that handlebars turned. Rich is getting the handlebars turned right away.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a lean there.
A little bit more of a lean, yeah.
Yep.
It's scary because you do have to drop and catch it. I go forward, I go a little bit and then I catch it.
See, trying with no brake, I'm not getting the handlebars turned. You okay?
Yep. I hope I didn't hit my cardo. Good thing I had my helmet on.
Yeah.
Did I keep my feet on the boards?
I don't know. I was worried about you hitting.
Yeah, I don't think I hit the cardo.
I can't hear you.
Oh, did it break? Maybe it turned off.
Turn it off and on again. Where is the... There we go. All right, good.
No.
Check, check, check.
I just turned it back on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear everything. Can you hear me?
Good, yes, now I can, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, that's keeping my feet on the boards, and it's worse.
Because it looks to me when you try to do that,
I fall right over.
well, you land on your knees. Like you
I
land,
know,
you
like,
hit your,
look at my pants.
yep.
I don't think falling over, I don't think keeping my feet down is the answer. I mean, all right, one more.
I got to work on that brakeless. I got to do one more with the brake just to make me feel better.
All right.
Ooh, that was a trust and believe right
did it.
there. That was a trust and believe right there. That was a drop and catch for sure.
All right, I'll try one more.
Well, it's still, the spirit of that is the same. It was a little milder of a drop, but
It's I don't have my clutch in the right spot. To get better at that. See, then I don't even lean. Oh well, what, 3 drops, 4 drops?
well, you were trying some advanced moves. I mean, it's not, the drop shouldn't even factor into the equation. That's not like a demerit. I mean, If you were just doing regular old lazy U-turns, you'd have ripped off 25, 17, or 16-foot U-turns.
Exercise 7, figure 8s.
What's happening? Talk, talk, talk.
I'm doing my warm-up, which is with the brake, inside of 2 squares. Reps are a little bit high. Just kind of getting into my flow here. And then I'll take the foot off the brake. Reps are high. Bring them down.
Reps are strong. That's okay.
Am I inside the 2?
By about 3 feet.
Okay. One more revolution. I use this one to really work on my head and eyes. I feel like this is the exercise that helps me with my head and eyes the most.
Mm-hmm. See, if Rich could do that on a damn U-turn, he'd be doing 16-foot U-turns. Is that
I know.
funny?
And he'd be doing the figure 8. I mean, he'd be doing the 18 foot here at the top of the Snowman.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get him inside the 2 lines.
Yeah, that's true. We'll do that. We'll see about that next time.
Because that's where his placement is, you know.
Yep.
If he stays inside the 2 lines, then he can tell that he's going to do it right.
Yep. Look good.
So, Rich, next time you go, stay inside these 2 boxes. And don't go over the white line here, because that's going to help you with this.
And the U-turns. There's always the rights that I got to get down on. Let's see what it looks like. No brake. I don't know if I've ever done this much, so I expect to go wider, but I'll tighten it up. It's that speed I got to work on.
Yeah, you have to really keep it in the friction. You can't let it coast. That's what I've learned. You got to stay way in the friction.
I got stuck in the lock there. It's not bad for first time trying no brake.
The outside is not as tight. So look at the exit as you come around, it'll bring it tighter. That side's tight. Look at the exit first. There you go.
lights are
hold it
tough.
longer. He's turning too soon, and that's what he does.
He's off the line. There. Yep.
Oh, now he's wide.
Oh! Yeah. His hand's getting tired. You going again?
No, I'm good. You want to go again?
Not really.
You want to go first, Rich?
Yep.
As fast as I can go. Not straight, well, not straight to the gate the first time.
All right, just work on the braking and the throttling, you know, braking before the turn.
Again.
Yep.
This time I'm going to go as fast as I can go, straight to the gate.
Roger. Hard brake. lot more complicated, right? You see those motor officers do that stuff like it's
Right.
like it's nothing.
That's me first, just trying to learn it.
Yeah.
There's no narration through that though. I'm trying to figure out my timing of it. And I'm a little bit like, I hear the clicking, and that must just be the ABS, but it makes me nervous because I feel like the bike's gonna fall or something. I feel like I can go faster if I just try to go the regular way. Accelerating and slowing down, I feel like it's slower.
Yeah, well, there's something to that, yeah. What do they say? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Right. At least that's how I feel. But what are you doing?
It's hard to try to even get a little more speed and then stop right away.
Oh, I get you were trying. I thought you were coming at me.
That's hard.
Yeah, the U-turn has to be tighter.
Well, I was just playing with the speed.
Right, but you have to go to the end of it.
Oh, I held it again.
And brake before you get there, and then accelerate. See, the timing is hard
Yeah, it is.
because you can't accelerate till after you do the U-turn. Otherwise, it
Right.
makes you go wide.
That's why you see those motor officers would snap
Yeah,
it
they
and then a
just
bike
bring
would
it
pop
to a
up and they
stop. Yeah. They bring it to a stop.
just about.
Like they like jam it in and then they go whoom.
I'll jam it in. That was super close. That's it. One try each side. Oh, good, whatever he wants. That first one, I guess it would be the left, was just, you'll see the video, that was as close, I think, as you've ever gotten. I mean, you were perfect placement, just, I think you went over top of the cones, the last couple cones, so like it was that close. okay?
Yep.
That's a pretty good drop, though. You just kind of skidded it.
Getting better at it.
One graceful.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That was
Did you hear Rich? He's going to call that one graceful. All right.
That was better, huh?
Careful now, Rich.
Wait a minute.
Easy out. Yep.
Thank you.
So you left a little honey on the first, which made you have to bring it.
Oh, did I?
Yep. Yeah, usually your wheel placement's perfect, but you were inside of them a little bit, especially at the top. I may be wrong, but that's what I thought I saw, trying to be a good cameraman.
I didn't turn my head and eyes to the exit. All right, try that again.
Isn't that such a great example, though, of the need to practice?
Right.
I mean, you just did last weekend, you know, miraculously, and now we're back, and it's, you know, it's not perfect.
That's better. Am I hitting that last cone?
Yeah. That was good.
I hit him?
That's good. Nice and clean.
Did I hit him the first time?
Yeah, just the one, the second to the last one the first time through. I'm going to say that, you know, we're looking for first world improvement here. You still got maybe 4 to 6 inches at the top.
No. Am I hitting that last one?
Looks like you hit the last one.
Yeah, it's not straight, but I
I'll
hit
adjust
it.
it. I think you're still nicking it. Yeah, look good. It's a good catch.
I didn't put my foot down.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
See, I don't even have to lean.
Yeah, that was well inside. Are you done?
Yeah.
Right out of it there.
Didn't
Yeah.
I, huh? I did a trust and believe.
It's so funny. It's like, you know, we do this all the time, and she does it cleanly all the time. And then we do the Space Coast, and she does this heroic thing, and it's just a lesson in how perishable the skills are, and how inconsistent they can be. Right? I mean, it's not like, Oh, I can do an 18-foot U-turn. I never have to practice them again, you know, because that's such a great example.
It's also your headspace.
Yeah, definitely.
You get a little teeny bit of doubt, and you can't do it.
Free your minds. You got to let it all go, Neo.
Gotta let
Fear,
it go.
doubt, and disbelief. Free
Fear,
your
doubt.
mind.
Free your mind.
Just trying to go light on the brake and correct on the clutch and just try to bring it around nicely. Oh, a little high, I think. Did I make it?
Yeah. I was all in my head because I was going to do the turn.
I know that's not at the top, but
That makes me get in the head. Just a little bit.
yes or no? Yep.
No, just a little bit.
No, I'm over it now. Damn it.
Just hold up on this side a little bit. There you go.
What's happening? Am I not
You might
hugging
be a
him?
little too fast. Now you're not hugging them.
Okay, how's my placement looking at the beginning of the turn?
Placement is not good on that one.
Okay. Otherwise, placement's okay?
It was. And then
Okay.
I said go slower, and then you changed the placement. So I was trying to tell you two things at once.
Okay.
Placement's off.
Can you say more words about that? Am I inside of it at
Placement's
11
off.
o'clock?
11 o'clock.
Right, that's what I need.
So like
Placement's off doesn't help me.
when I say placement's off, it's right there. So
Always
where,
11 o'clock.
where you are is placement's off. So it could be at 9 o'clock, it could be at 10 o'clock. It's where I
it's
say
helpful.
it.
Right, I get it, but if you could just say more words, they're not charging you by the word here. Placement's off 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You're already gone by that time.
All right.
So you got to hug it at 9, 10, and 11. Almost.
That one felt better.
Yeah, it looked better too.
I'm just not leaning it here.
I just think that you need a little bit more over at between 10 and 11 o'clock.
Okay.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
Ah, yes. Good job, Mike. 2 in a row. Good job, Fred. I'll take it.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's incremental improvement. If I can get 2 in a row on the right.
So we're wrapping up practice session 78, and it was myself and Mike and Rich, which is nice. We got through things pretty quickly. And I had quite a few drops. I'm glad I had good gear on today. And I was trying the drop and catch and the throw and catch that Robert was teaching me over the weekend at the Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. If you haven't checked out those two practice sessions, 121 and 122 for Robert Simmons, Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. And that was at Space Coast Harley Davidson. Thank you for hosting that. But he was having me up level a few things, and he's teaching me how to throw and catch and drop and catch. So throw and catch is when you are turning to the right. Okay, so you're doing a U-turn to the right, and you kind of have to throw the bike over to the right and catch it with the clutch as you come around in that 18-foot U-turn. And man, that's scary because you got to open the clutch right at the right time. So my timing is off. My amount of clutch I'm using is off. So you can see that in the videos where I'm struggling. And then on the left-hand turns, it's a drop and catch. So you kind of drop the bike in and catch it with the clutch. So that's what I'm working on now. And I'm also working on the offset double serpentine. That one, I'm trying to accelerate to the cones and do a tighter U-turn and then accelerate to the next cones. So my timing there is still a little off. I don't have the timing down of braking hard and then drop and catch or throw and catch into the U-turn to keep it super tight and then accelerating out of that. So again, what causes me to be like apprehensive at that is that I'm nervous about it, right? Because I don't have it into muscle memory yet, and that's why we practice, right? We practice so that we can get this stuff into muscle memory and it comes naturally when you need it. And I don't have it quite into muscle memory yet, so I'm developing those skills, and that's why we practice. So for those of you who say, I don't need the practice, the skills are perishable, but what the practice does is it lets you try things so many times that you can get it into muscle memory. And then when you need it, it's there at an instant, and that's what you want. So that's what I'm working at. I'm working at up-leveling my drills, but also doing it enough times to get it into my muscle memory. So those are some of the things that it takes to really have confidence. And if your confidence is just like a wee bit off, you know, like my confidence is off on these new skills that I'm learning. And so that tiny bit of trying to figure out where it is and the hesitancy and the lack of confidence, that'll make you drop your bike, right? It'll make you have like a brain fart, or it'll make you have a momentary issue where you're going to drop your bike. So you can't be afraid of dropping your bike and then getting back on it. So I'm not afraid of dropping my bike and getting back on it. What I am trying to do is get better at dropping my bike so that I don't go splat on the pavement. So one time I did, I knocked over and I hit my helmet. Thank God I didn't break my cardo. Thankful for that. So shout out to cardo because it took a beating and it didn't even get a scratch, I don't think. And then I have heavy duty American Tall jeans on, okay? So they're really, really heavy weight denim that I wear because I don't have protective gear that fits me because I'm so tall, but I'm having that made by Beyond Riders. He's actually, shout out to Jack Smith. He is making me a custom pair of riding pants, just like they made our riding jackets custom for us. Now he's making me a custom pair of riding pants, so when I do these drills, I can have pads on my knees and my hips and things like that. So I didn't get hurt. I'm dropping it at really slow speeds, but I'm learning how to keep my feet on the boards, and what that's doing is it's causing me to like fall over and off the bike. So again, if you don't do it regularly, you don't know what you're going to do, and you don't know how you're going to respond to something. You don't know what your bike is going to do, you don't know what you're going to do, and that's why we practice, because if you get familiar with the process of falling, you can learn to hit your kill switch if you need to. You can learn to get off it if you need to. You can learn to keep your feet on the boards if you need to. You can learn to counterbalance if you need to. So there's lots of different things that you can learn to do as your bike is falling if you practice. But the first time you do anything, it's going to be instinctual. And as Robert says, anything you do on your motorcycle with instincts is going to be the opposite of what you need to do on your motorcycle. So I did, highlight of the day, get a clutch out in my 18-foot circle. I didn't make the circle, but I clutched out instead of putting my foot down and dropping my bike. So that was the presence of get it from my brain into my hand and make me do it. So again, that takes practice. Why do you practice? So that you have confidence and you can fear your motorcycle less, so you can try these things more. And when you try these things more, it builds your confidence and your skill set, and then you have options out on the road, and then your riding is so much more enjoyable and incredible. It's just hard to describe how incredible your ride will be if you practice these things regularly and you gather these skills up and you put them in your toolbox and you have them available to you all the time. So practice with purpose so you can ride with confidence, and we'll see you next time.